Hey guys, it's Cassie coming at you with another video, and today I have a tutorial for you based on this look that I posted on my Instagram exactly 6 months before I'm editing this video. Crazy, right? So I just slapped on some eyeshadow, literally, not even neatly. I don't know what I was thinking about not cleaning this up, but I wanted to make sure that the lips weren't awkwardly in the face as the only thing colored. So what you're going to need is some water, and we're going to be using this to mix it with eyeshadow. And I know that sounds weird, but it works. It helps the eyeshadows to be a lot more pigmented. You could also use something like MAC Fix Plus or a cosmetic mixing liquid, and that will also work. It'll probably even work better. But for the purposes of this video and being simple and not wearing it all day, I'm going to just go with water. So I'm going to be mixing it in with this really pretty like turquoise color. I decided to go with more of a greenish blue instead of a really blue like the one all the way on the left. Just because I felt like the other blue is a little bit too intense, and this blue kind of reminds me more of the ocean anyway. Now I'm going to swatch it for you so you guys can see why I'm adding the water. Not only does it make it a more precise application and you can get sharper lines, but what I'm pointing at right here is the shadow before I added water to it. You see that difference? It's huge. Huge! So we're going to start off by adding the pigment of our choice, which will be the darkest of our 3 to 4 shades. And yes, we will be using that many shades. We will be adding the darkest one to our bottom lip. And if you see me having some patchiness issues, it's mostly because I didn't moisturize my lips before I started applying the makeup, which will help, and I do advise it, because the pigment, unless you use probably more sticky mixing liquid, will not stick very nicely to your dry, cracked lips. Make sure you clean your brush between colors. Now for our next 2 shades, this one will be the one we'll be using at the base of our top lip. And then this is the one that we'll be using without water to blend it up and into our last shade. Also, once you finish applying the first shade, do not close your lips while it's drying. It's a bad idea. Keep the second shade in a very thin line. You don't want to bring this too far up, otherwise it'll be harder to blend. That being said, you don't want it to be too thin that when you close your mouth you can't see it. Taking a more dense kind of dome-shaped brush for preciseness, we're going to take the next shade up in our color palette, and we're going to be using that to blend out the line a little bit, not too harshly, but we're going to blend out the line and we're going to bring that shade up. The shade that I'm using is more of a highlighter kind of shade. It's got some shimmer in it, so it's going to bring a good gradient from the more matte-ish kind of chromy shades to the highlighter shades that we'll be ending with. I really love this shade, so I ended up putting some of it on my bottom lip to add some more dimension. Just tap off your brush before we move on to the next shade. It's going to be a highlighter, so it doesn't really matter if there's some turquoise in it. It'll just help it blend better in the end. When I finished applying the highlighter shade, I noticed that there was still some skin showing through, just that warm kind of pinkiness. So I took a basic white eyeshadow and I patted it over those areas that I knew needed some more coverage. And that's the finished product. I really like this look, and so does my boyfriend actually, which I was surprised because it is a little bit out there. Well, I hope you guys liked it. I know I enjoyed bringing back something that I had already done, and this look is a very magical look to me, so I really enjoyed that as well. I will hopefully see you guys next week, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.